the conclusion to the major story arc, volume 3.6 of Masters of the Universe. And what this really deals with is his daughter, the Faceless One's daughter, Evil Lyn. There's not much more he can do except try to save her from Despondos. King Hiss is impatient. He wants the power to control Serpos, but you have to do it his way, the Faceless One's way, to get. This is really just a test of wills, adversarial. They have to put the weapons in, the ram staff and the scepter, Evil Lyn's scepter, into the holes, and then he's going to do his magic. Oh yeah, here we go. So unlock the amulet's power. Then she dies if he refuses. So at this point now he's got to give him the power. So this leads into the final episode of 2002 He-Man. Countless years have passed and still you have learned nothing. Maybe. He-Man comes to the rescue. There knocks the amulet away, and they come the Snake Men coming to rush him. They haven't learned anything. I've had enough of your interference, human. Oh, yeah, it really is about Zor versus Serpos, as in the myth and the legends of Eternia. Here come the Masters of the Universe. A lot of they fight and they fight and they fight. I think at some point Fisto comes in somewhere. Keldor, you're a fool. Is so, it's kind of sad, but it's also enlightening to see what Skeletor can do. What's going on? What is evil King Hiss want with Evil Lyn? I can sense your good intentions. So this is where things change a little bit. Something's happening here. This is a moment where the Faceless One, who was not always called by that name, talks to He-Man. And you can see the wisdom of the Council of Elders in He-Man. There's only one man with the power to save Evil Lyn. It's not He-Man cannot save Evil Lyn. Only Skeletor can. Very important to understand because this is Skeletor to prove his worth. So they have a conversation here. This plane of existence exists between the space of a single heartbeat. It's like the Flash, except they're not moving. They're not exerting energy. The others haven't taught you much. There's something that He-Man does in the final episode of the TV series that will take down Serpos, but it's because of the Faceless One. He decides to help him out. When the time comes, he'll know what to do. That sword will do that transformation thing that you see that will stop Serpos from attacking Castle Grayskull, and that's a very important thing. And it's like, who are you? Are you an ally? Neither an ally nor an enemy, but perhaps a friend. And this is the most important part. So Fisto and Teela are fighting. What's happening here? So they get knocked around. Fisto's being stupid. There's no time to play right now. And he's like, are you okay? Never better. Now, you remember the moral of Man-at-Arms, right? So it's like, what are you doing? The right thing. You know what needs to be done. And this is time for Skeletor to really get his shit together and think about what's more important. I mean, he could zap Evil Lyn like he did in the past stories, but there's Cobra Khan versus Fisto. But watch what happens here. Explain. He has the key to Despondos, but Skeletor knew this, right? And if something can control Despondos, he can drain the poison from her. So when a Snake Man attacks Evil Lyn, he zaps her. This shows that there was a romantic connection between the two. But because Keldor felt that Evil Lyn, knowing her past, would compel her to stop, would compel her to not attack the Council of Elders in the Hall of Wisdom, he wiped her memory away. But then at some point she remembered just before attacking, and she would only follow him until the end of the journey. But unfortunately, Keldor became Skeletor, and so Evil Lyn, knowing her past, took pity upon Skeletor, but she still stuck with him. Even though Skeletor, which is Demo Man, he's gone insane, right? So it's linked to her. You're the one who can heal her. You're the one who can do it, or she'll die. And she's weak. She's in and out. I should leave you to die, and yet I cannot. And as you can see, and as Man-at-Arms says in the moral, when even doing the right things, it can be difficult, but you must do it anyway. even when it's hard. It's putting herself through the tough times. So she is cured. Um, I think Fisto hit the wrong guy. And I like this part here where he says, "So where do we go from here, Skeletor?" "We'll find out another day." And then they leave. Will she be okay in time? Yes. I'm still not sure about how things turned out. You saved a life that has only sought to burden your existence, He-Man. You have sown the seeds of rebirth rather than death. The future will be made from such compassion and wisdom. What happened to the Snake Men? They left with the Amulet of Serpos. They got what they came for, but this isn't over. You'll have to face them again. We'll be ready. And He-Man, yes, thank you. And that was really what it was all about. And of course, we get to this part where they have the way to unlock Serpos, and they take down Zalasia, but they'll try to take down Castle Grayskull, and that can't happen. And here we have some art. This is the final issue, number 8, but we're going to see a Stratos origin story before that. That's really it. Next is going to be the origin of Stratos and his sister Hawk.